DRG, INnoVation, Dark, 2021 GSL Season 2, Code S. Africa TV, Freak Up Studio, live. 2021 GSL Season 2.
We're back and we're ready for the second best of three. We actually had a pretty interesting result there. I didn't really foresee Dream 2-0 in DRG.
Yeah.
And especially in the second game when we got the kind of matchup we kept speculating about. I didn't expect Dream to just own DRG like that. Like, that was a straight up succeeded two-base timing push. And DRG, literally, his plan was to counterattack a third base, and when he went there, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then he stopped. He tried to stop reinforcements, was shut down there. Anyways, I think this best of three should be much closer.
INnoVation versus Dark, I mean, this is a tale as old as time. These two have been battling it out in the trenches forever. Nowadays, I generally feel like Dark is like slightly above him because INnoVation doesn't have a title for a while now, whereas Dark's titles are much more recent. But INnoVation he's shown a lot of strength recently too.
Yeah, INnoVation, I kind of treat him season by season because he's had so many major achievements in different eras of StarCraft that I kind of expect for there to be a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth moment like that as we keep casting StarCraft 2. His achievements
are more spread out than almost anyone's, honestly. It's pretty impressive, the different eras in which he's done well. But yeah, I guess, what do you think? Who's going to actually end up taking this?
Probably Dark.
Really?
But let's see what INnoVation does.
For some reason, I'm feeling INnoVation. Like, Dark he's been off and on last year, I feel like. And his general style is like more Roach-centric, you know, even in this matchup, which makes me a bit nervous. Like, he's good at Ultralist play, at Queen play, and stuff like that, but to get there against INnoVation, I feel like INnoVation's TVZ has been pretty solid lately, so. Yeah. We're going to go to Romanticide, Light Shade, and 2,000 Atmospheres. This is already loading up. We're hopping right into it. INnoVation versus Dark, best of three in Group B, starts now.
KaiZ Gaming, INnoVation. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Dark.
What if we just didn't do our jobs?
What if we just most of our careers are doses?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was just like, what if we just sat here like fans and watched?
Yeah.
Nerds
are trying to free up. Nature is healing.
All right.
That's right. So good to have people in the audience. We're actually giddy, by the way.
Yeah, we're super happy people are here today.
It's so much more exciting to cast this while you're with the people that are watching. It's totally weird doing this, especially after so many years of having live audiences, and also realizing that we were really comfortable with live audiences for a while. To see the difference, I don't know how much it showed in our casting, honestly, but the feeling for us casting, where it's basically just a dark, empty studio.
Yeah.
I mean, we still had the screens on and everything like you see in these shots, but like, I don't know, the feeling is so different. There's not that same level of energy.
Yeah, there's definitely, it does suck the energy out a little bit. But honestly, I got used to it after a while. At first it was really weird, and then I got quite used to not having anyone around.
Yeah. I did for sure too, but
could take my pants off and stuff, and like,
absolutely, you know, you could lay out on the floor, and it was now it's different. I had like kind of almost an excited, not nervous, but just like, whoa, people, you know, when I came into the studio and saw people all sitting down and stuff, I'm like, oh man, This is
I know,
like,
and
something's happening in here, you know, instead of this just, you know, we're talking into audio devices and
yeah, it's we've been safe from a lot of things that people used to do. Like, someone could turn around right now and take a picture of you in your short shorts.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
right up to my thighs.
yeah, he turns around and does it.
He's
I knew
doing it. See, 'cause we have an
Baited.
audience now. So cool.
No, it is. Very happy. I'm just in a good mood right now, too.
Yeah, no, this is just
Enjoying some TVZ with my bro here.
It's just good to be. I don't know. You know, it's like when there isn't an audience, we're just facilitating a tournament. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, you know, we got the refs down there, and the players will play over here. We won't disturb them. We'll be up here doing the audio recording, capturing the moment. But now it's like a show, you know,
Totally.
with people coming down here, and
It's basically GSL is a disease, and we're like the white blood cells, and we didn't have any red blood cells for a long time. And now we finally have our red blood cells back.
Right.
It's a very low count, but you know what? They're bringing us oxygen. We're getting energy.
I wonder how different this game's going to be, by the way, from the other one that we had. Like, you know, INnoVation style is kind of predictable. You don't always know what build it's going to be, but it's going to be pretty straightforward usually.
Did you say you don't always know what build it's going to be?
I
Taste
always
this
know what
Reactor
build
to
it's gonna
Hellions
be, yeah.
3rd CC. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I haven't even looked at the game at all. Let's take a look. All right, Reactor to Hellions, does he have a 3rd CC? Yeah, he does. The orbital's almost done on it. All right, there we go. That's INnoVation
Yeah,
TVZ
I don't
for
know
you.
why I said that. Now
All right,
that, we're
I'll be
looking
back for the winner's match. Nah, he does. He mixes it up more nowadays, but this is his go-to.
And with Dark, I mean, he's always been a great player, always been extremely strong. I think that, you know, because it's INnoVation, I don't think, especially with this build, we're going to have any real risks coming in here. It'll probably just be a slower game. I don't think Dark's going to do anything crazy either, especially with the double Evo chamber. That certainly telegraphs invested into a much later game. But, you know, Dark does like to rush at least once in a best of 5, not always in a best of 3. But we'll see.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. He loves to mix that stuff in now. With the 2 Evos, obviously it's going to be for Zergling upgrades. I guess the big question is, are we going to see him go into Spire? Because you can technically play just Lingbane Queen and get into Ultras. And like, look, he's actually starting 1-1 even before his lair. So that kind of hints towards that. I think he might go direct into Hive. Only because it's Dark. Like, it's not that he can't use mutas, but stylistically, he likes to pack a punch with his units, you know? Like, he is definitely one of our better Ultra players for Zerg vs. Terran. And I think he probably wants to get there right away, but we'll see. We'll see.
And both sides are just going to upgrade away here. We've got 1-1 here for the Zerg coming through. Stim's going to be finished, although I don't think with finished Stim, INnoVation is going to do much. Yeah, I mean, a macro TVZ, we're all just going to build up to it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm going to put this out here again because this might be confusing. This is Group B, but it's actually Day 1. So in case you're watching this and you're looking at VODs and trying to figure out how you could have possibly missed Group A, there was a schedule change, so Group A is going to be on Thursday.
All right, we see that like he's double expanding to each side here, plus going macro hatch in the main base, which again points towards no Spire. Of course, we don't see a Spire either. That would also point towards no Spire.
Yeah.
And yeah, like, I guess the big thing here is that he needs to get his creep spread out. I think he's prepared to lose one of these 2 bases because he knows that INnoVation is going to bring a really big push really soon. And it's like, if you lose one, you're still okay, I think. But if you lose, like, if you go down to 3 bases trying to play Lingbane with nothing else, Lingbane doesn't really gain you value.
Well, Lingbane is carried by like 5 bases and a lot of minerals, and basically you smashing the army and using the excess resources that you've got from those extra bases to keep growing into, you know, your 6th base and so on. while you tech up. But yeah, I mean, you know, one of the most straightforward ways for Zerk to lose is the 4th or 5th base gets flattened a couple times over. And Terran's kept up and expanding because Zerk's been defending the whole time.
Now a nice little double marine drop over here. Gets a little bit of damage, flies off. You notice the creep spread not so hot on that side, so it seems like INnoVation going to keep a bit more pressure over there. He has 2-2 started, 10 marine production at a time. Look at the amount of Ling Bane coming out. So I think INnoVation is very much aware of what Dark is up to. He is definitely rushing up towards Ultras right now.
Dark is looking pretty fearsome. That doesn't mean that Terran can't explode on the map. In fact, I think that moment's now, but this attack's extremely important because Zerg is going to be on 6 bases. Terran needs a couple victories on the map, and that means base is stopped, and Dark is going to go for a counterattack. Is the wall-in actually closed?
It's not closed right now.
There are so many moments when if the reinforcements are moving out, you just, okay, no. That Marine was a good pointer.
All right, looks like he's going to bust through, and I mean, this is a good move, but the attack from INnoVation continues. Wow,
Yeah.
he gets a decent amount of
Damn,
SCVs, but don't forget,
16.
he's giving a lot of his army for that. Let's see if he can just run this over with the Ling Bane.
If Dark wins this on both fronts, he's already succeeded in the counterattack. You know, 19 SCVs killed is a pretty big deal, and the damage is actually not even finished, as we can see here, but he's going to sack this 5th base. I don't know that INnoVation knows about that other base, but yeah, he does not know about it.
Yeah. But that's the play, really, right? Like, this was why Dark double expanded there. He knew he was going to have to lose one of these bases with this kind of... It's a fragile unit comp, right? The Ling Bane. Oh my god, a lot of Lings getting in here once again, surrounds a tank and gets out of there. Breaks another hole in that Deepa wall. INnoVation is going to be on 2-2 pretty soon here. Ultralisk Cavern halfway done, but of course, you know, he's got to get that chitinous plating. He's definitely wants to get the Ultralisk speed as well.
Oh, Baneling Mine here. Okay, this is going to be juicy. Oh,
is it?
Okay, well, hold on. Oh, man. Okay, they're...
The pathing in this game is too good. This is why Baneling landmines are not completely broken. You see that? You see those units?
Yeah,
they just slide to the side.
He's going to hang on to him for now. Now, maybe when an attack comes in and he starts to pull away, he could get a real incredible Baneling mine detonation. Here comes another counter. Now, the workers are 50 to 87, and it's going to get lower for Terran. Oh, what is this? The greatest SCV split ever.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Burrow's there. Scan it and have your SCVs attack. It's like it's the worst thing you could ever do, literally.
So the game plan here for Dark is to keep counterattacking so heavy and keep expanding so quickly that basically Terran gets thrown off balance. Because Terran's winning fights down here, but Zerg still has a lot of income. I think that INnoVation is probably going to lose this game. I think this is one of the greatest games of counterattacking that we've had here at a ZVT in a while, where like Dark is just barely giving up enough. Look at this.
A lot of drones over there. He's going to lose yet another base. Ultras are on the way here. Chitinous plating he has done. Adrenal he has done. Yeah, how many drones are burrowed back there? It's kind of an insane game. They both hurt each other so much here. I just wish these guys wouldn't fight anymore.
Artosis, why are they killing each other?
Isn't it better if they just play together? Like someone's mom right now.
Yeah. Why are all these games about killing?
Yeah.
I think INnoVation's almost right up. I mean, eventually this attack from INnoVation, it's been pretty incredible, I will say, is going to be flattened. I mean, there's just no way.
The counterplay was just too strong.
Yeah, well, Dark kind of showed that you can have your cake and eat it when you're playing this kind of ZVT. I mean, he basically defended and attacked. And the thing that's brilliant about this is Dark expanded so much that INnoVation could never kill all the bases. And INnoVation right now has been counterattacked so hard he doesn't really have an income, whereas Dark still has a pretty okay income.
Yeah. It's definitely a lot higher than INnoVation's. Even adjusted them to a better location. Oh, man. Going after that 12 o'clock, INnoVation still has an army with a decent amount of supply here. So he's going to give it another go, I guess. His +3 attack did get canceled, unfortunately. We also do not have +3 carapace here for Dark. Just something to mention.
Okay, tank sieging up. Banes and Links coming in. And like that, this is the end, right? I mean, yes. I think INnoVation's going to tap out and try again in game 2.
Well, it's 93 drones to 17 SCVs, so economically, Dark has a little bit of an advantage. Yeah. But hold on, INnoVation has mules tasteless.
I'm so surprised INnoVation's still in this game. He's mining the few minerals
he's killed so many hatches.
It's so funny.
Every Zergling that goes under there is a mule. It's so funny. And he actually needs those now because he has like no workers.
Okay.
He has no units either.
G.
Ultras don't shoot up. He can lift. Maybe go search the map for another base.
Yeah. Land is building somewhere else and then call him a hacker for knowing. All right, what are we doing, INnoVation?
The Liberators are going to change this. Watch. Oh, get wrecked.
All right, any second now. He's still not sure. Now, okay, it clicked with him. GG, there we go.
Well, when he dropped from 60 supply to 54, that's when he really knew that he probably was not going to come back this game.
That's when the writing was on the wall. All right, not the most climactic ending we had. It kind of ended a couple minutes ago, and then INnoVation watched all of his buildings burn down. But Dark, I got to say, played one of the most impressive CVTs. It showed that you can counterattack so hard that as long as you have enough bases and queens and creep, you can make almost anything work.
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to play a siege tank-based splash against just pure Ling Bane. I think mines are stronger. They're a better choice in these types of situations, and INnoVation didn't really get into that, right?
Right.
Siege tanks are slow-moving and more difficult to use. They're not going to be as good in defense against that type of harassment either, so maybe you can clean that up on this next game.
Yeah, let's hope so. Light Chain's ready. Let's do this, guys. INnoVation versus Dark, game 2.
KaiZ Gaming, INnoVation. Dragon Phoenix Gaming, Dark.
So, I don't know if this is critical or not. I guess I'm just going to say what I saw. INnoVation did a style of play that if you showed me just like his side of things for the early part of that, I could not tell you what era that's from because it's so like just generic. And it's when I say generic, I don't mean bad, but that's like a very, very proper textbook TVZ.
Yeah.
And I no pun intended, I mean, there's not a lot of innovation with that build. It's kind of old. The idea is straightforward, and I think Dark played a pretty advanced, pretty modern counterattack style. I think he actually punished the fact that INnoVation walled off the area between the second and the third. A lot of Zergs, when they see the depot wall, they go, okay, well, we can't waste Banelings, Endlings there, right? Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like what you were talking about with like the one spore colony that Zergs placed there, and then Terrans dropped their main anyways with 4 medevacs. It's kind of the same idea where, like, you know,
certainly you won't use 5 Banes to supply block me and get in.
Yeah. and
he wouldn't do that. He won't take damage on the medevac to drop in my main.
Exactly. And so Dark kind of looks at that and goes, oh, so you think the Wallen's going to keep you safe, and he tears it down. And he had a lot to counterattack in. Yeah. Like, that counterattack went on for like 40 seconds or something. It was actually a long, drawn-out fight there. And basically, Dark had 6 bases before the attack came in and gave up, I think, 2 when it was all done.
Yeah.
But that put it at a 2-base Terran versus a 4-base Zerg. And that Zerg then expanded out again with. And I got to say, the balancing act is a lot harder than it looks for Dark, but when you do it right, it's really strong.
Yeah. And honestly, like, INnoVation, the way that he played that was not taking into account the strengths and weaknesses of the composition that Dark went for, because Ling Bane itself, like pure Ling Bane, is not actually that played. People really like to get the mutas because you can smash Ling Bane. Like, if you stop their first counterattack like that, oh, that's hard, man, because now they're losing a base and then they're losing another base, and you actually are still fine. So if Dark goes for that again, I really want to see INnoVation switch this up. Go into mines, right? Mass up mines. Get drilling claws, have 2 factories, drilling claws, and pump out mines. And you're going to have those defensively, you're going to have those offensively, and it's going to be a lot harder for Dark to keep that production up and trade correctly and counter-harass correctly.
You know, INnoVation really represents a breed of Terran, which is like the straight uppers.
Yeah.
You know, the guys that are like...
The honorable men.
The honorable... Oh, Artosis. I see his eyebrows raising as he's looking at me. The Terrans that are like very much... And there's a couple Terrans like this, honestly. Like, Special reminds me a lot of this. I think the older Special a little bit more than the newer Special. But, like, these Terrans that basically...
Play the correct way?
Set up... Yeah, see, you're hearing an honorable Terran right here. Set up all the pieces in a certain way. And try to I'd almost call it like an engine play. Like, you try to basically build an engine at the start, and then move out with the engine generates enough, you push, you win. It's a straightforward way to play. And a lot of times, this is probably one of the best ways to play, especially consistently. The problem is, you do end up falling into a lot of traps because you are so predictable. And I mean, INnoVation, I think, honestly, look, he's been a little bit creative, but he does fall back into this. And again, it's not bad, but players like Dark can kind of play around the edges. Oh, and there's a Nidus network coming here.
Yeah.
And so keep in mind, Terran is certainly not set up to have any guaranteed safety with this. It's double eBay, triple expand. Well, make it worse if he had like 3-star forts also making or something. You know.
Yeah, he actually spots it, so he should send something to the side of his base literally right now.
Is he going to do it in time?
Yeah. I can't imagine him not doing it, because, like, as soon as you see that, you look around, you're like, okay, where don't I see? Okay, that's where he is.
So he can't put it there.
Yeah, a little counterattack at the front to try to draw those Hellions down. Now he might throw down the Knights. Okay, he throws it down into the front.
I'm sorry, where is this?
It's in front of the wall, because,
I see now.
yeah, his Viking is actually taking out the Overlord that's in the main. But it might fly over and start a second one. That would actually be a very good move here. There's no bunker or anything. Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, there's going to be a bunker, but is it going to be there in time? He's going to try to send his Changeling over to the corner.
Dude, yeah, and he's going to pop it back out. That's so funny.
You know, it's so funny because Changelings, we usually just see them pooped out and then killed.
Yeah.
But that was actually like what the Changeling was designed for.
That was a good move. Reloads. Look at this. The Changeling comes into his main. He's like, hey, I'm up here now.
Yeah. And there's another Changeling coming out here right on top of production.
Greatest Changeling ever, that guy right there.
It was actually like a Lord Changeling. Look, we're even zooming in on him.
Now that is a wily Changeling.
Yeah.
Okay, targets that one down, but I mean, there's just another one being made. More and more queens come out. Look at this.
All right, INnoVation is probably going to die here. I mean, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the siege tank can start to shell. Oh my God, he doesn't raise that depot in time.
Ooh. Well, you know what? He's actually protected the siege tank reasonably well. We're running out of energy on these queens. Taking a lot of damage at the natural, though. Doesn't want to be losing these SCVs. That's the really painful part.
Yeah, he's going to try to just...
it's not enough, man.
Snowball the damage. Yeah, well, it's literally now just a tank versus the world.
Yeah, that's a bit tough.
That's every Terran's teenage album. GG. All right, Dark.
That game just tells me we need Tankovacs back.
That was a weird time in StarCraft 2 when you could pick up the siege tanks and micro them away.
So Dark takes him down 2-0, which means the Terran versus Zergs continue.
That's right. Now, I will say, that second game, we see that from Dark from time to time. He does like to kind of do these explosive rushes. We do see it more in best of fives than best of threes, but I mean, look, INnoVation, it was another one of those engine games. He's trying to build the engine that can get him to a very strong, dominant win later on, but like, great, dude, but then people like Dark say, okay, yeah, but this, I'll just kill it with this then. You know, I don't have to respect it. We got a break coming up next. Streamers Dark, don't go away.